All right, now onto a lighter story. Now that I've got my rant out of the way, Apple really pissed me off. But basically, I wanted to hit on something called the light phone. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it or have heard of it. But basically, the light phone is just it's a cell phone, but it's limited in the tools that you can use. It just limits you to the critical tools. It allows you to be able to make calls, do text. You can upload podcasts and listen to podcasts, but you're not going to be able to get any internet browsers, any social media, any email, or a camera working on that phone. So it's basically meant to be almost like a phone detox. It's meant to be a technology detox. The way I came across this was actually on Locals, a creator on there named Gothics actually is going through the process of only using the light phone. I don't know how long she was going to use it, but basically she was going to be detoxing from social media and detoxing from all the input that we're getting by using the light phone and just using that as her main phone. And I thought it was a very cool idea because it's very critical, especially these days, because I feel like we've become, as much as I love tech, and like I said, this is a tech channel and we talk about tech all the time. I constantly have tech all around me. And as much as I love tech, I feel like we've almost become addicted to technology, addicted to the input, addicted to constantly having things, information pumped into us. And so, a lot of people have become phone addicts. They can't go even an hour without checking their phone. They can't go an hour without checking social media. It's like you're constantly looking down. You notice it. You'll notice it yourself if you go into like a dentist office or go into even an elevator, anywhere where people aren't actively doing something. If they're kind of just waiting or, it's just there's a little bit of a lull, you'll notice people just whip out that phone. Everybody's like this, just eyes down, head down, eyes down, not really communicating, not interacting with the world around them. There's people that have gotten hit by cars just because they're texting. They're crossing the street while they're texting and they're not aware. They're completely unaware. It's turned people into drones. The technology is really, when it's taken to an extreme, when it's taken to that point where it becomes an addiction or it becomes all consuming, it turns people into drones. And that's kind of why I'm very fascinated by this light phone, because I feel like a lot of people could use a detox from technology. A lot of people could use just a little getaway, like put the phone down for a week, put the phone down for whatever. And I understand, like, we live in such a fast world, but you don't need to check everything right at that moment that it comes in. I feel like we've become push notification addicts, in a sense where as soon as that notification shows up on your phone, you got to check it right there. As soon as that little email pops up, you got to check it right there. And I know I run my business through my phone. I have a lot going on through my phone, but I try to limit myself as best as I can. And it's something that's hard to do, especially when you're constantly trying to grow, when you're constantly trying to get things done, to put the phone down early in the night, instead of just sitting on your phone all the way until you go to bed. Maybe try to put it down a half hour or an hour before you go to bed. Let yourself get some time to like decompress, give yourself some time to actually think, because I feel like we don't really get the time to be creative. We don't get the time to really let our minds explore what's possible, because we're constantly taking in input from our phones. We're constantly taking in input from our screens. So having a little bit of a detox from technology is not a bad thing. And this light phone, I don't know exactly. I think the company is just called Light, which is kind of cool. But yeah, basically it's just a cool way to be able to help ease you from that process of being hooked on your phone. So those features like social media, like the camera, email, browsers, you can still check those whenever you get back home and, you get on a computer. But while you're out and about, like while you're living your life, you can actually put that phone down. It actually trains you. It helps you learn how to interact with the world around you. Because I really feel like we miss so much. There's so much good out there in the world right now. There's a lot of bad. We all know the bad, but I feel like the bad is always amplified by social media. The bad is amplified by the news. The bad is amplified by how quickly we get that information. So I feel like having a little bit of a detox to be able to actually take the time to, yes, there is still bad. You will see bad things in the world because we're all humans. Humans have sin nature. Humans aren't all all good. There's not all good humans all around. So there's still going to be bad things happening. But when you're slowed down and you're detached from that instant transmission of that negative news, when you're able to just kind of like, actually smell the roses, actually be able to see a beautiful day, actually be able to notice the sunshine, notice the flowers, notice those things that will allow you to kind of relax and unwind a little bit more, I think that'll be an improvement for everybody. That'll be something that'll be a huge benefit for everyone. So I think the light phone is a very interesting thing. So I think it's really cool. I just thought it was cool to touch on because down the road, I might be in that position to be able to tap into this and actually use it. I'm curious of actually doing a review on it to be able to see how it works and things like that. But right now, we're just kind of in a season of continual growth. We're in a season of a lot of projects, a lot of things going on. So I do need to be jacked in, almost like jacked into the matrix, or do need to be really plugged in right now. But as things settle down, as things kind of get into a little bit more of a stabilization mode, then I'm really going to be looking into this light phone and seeing how it is, kind of seeing how it is to operate without all of the noise, how to operate without all of the fastness of life, and being able to kind of detox from my phone a little bit. So light phone, really cool. And if you're in that mode, definitely check it out. I'll see if I can find a link and put it down below for you in the podcast description for you, so you can check that out for yourself as well.